So right now I'm up 3,000. I just took a withdrawal of $777. That's gonna be in my bank in about 2 to 5 days. I don't know why it takes that long. It should be instant, but whatever, top step. Quickly, I'm gonna go over my performance stats. For the month, I see a lot of green. I also see red. It's not Christmas yet, so I don't know why I'm seeing red. Um, this day right here, August 6th, took too many trades. They were awful. Mm, this day I took a lot of trades. This day I took a lot of trades. I was seeking money. All these days I was looking for money. So don't look for money. Look for discipline. And look for A plus setups. Cause if you wanna lose money, start thinking about the money. Now, if you wanna make more money, don't think about the money. Just take A plus setups. So this day, I made 700. I remember I made 350. Yeah, 350. And I told myself, wow, that's close to 400. I should be okay with this money for the day. And then I took a risk thinking, damn, I really want to see 400, right? Well, I ended up going down to like 200 or whatever it says on here. I made 390, and then I took another trade, boom, lost 63, took another, boom, lost 51, lost another, boom, lost 22. Then I made 90, and I'm like, all right, what am I doing? At this point, I'm thinking about the money. And that's why I keep losing. That's why I keep taking these trades. And then boom, I said, I'm gonna take one more setup. And I ended up winning that setup, making $380. I made $380 from that, which put me at about $719 for the day. And I'm finna go over that today with you. So it's as simple as this, right? You hear my voice right now. You don't see my face. And it's supposed to be like that. I mean, if you want to look at something, look, here's the apple. Okay. Now, in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to scale down to the 5 minute time frame. Now, what I like to do is I like to wait for the 9:30 candle to open, which would be right. Oh, that's the 8:30. My fault. So I think we had news this time. At this time at 8:30, we had news. So what I would do in this case is I would mark out the news low and the news high. And the reason why I'm marking these out, I'm going to take out these executions because they do get a little messy. All right, so on a 5 minute time frame, we can see that at 8:30 candle, when it opened, it made a low and it made a high. What did that high do? It took out these buyers, these sellers, these people that were selling right here. We liquidated them. So they got stopped out, which means price can now most likely reverse going downward. So I was bearish when I saw this happen. I'm like, all right, we're consolidating at this point. You feel me? At this point, we're consolidating, moving up and down, side to side. Now, what happened was I saw that these people got liquidated as well. Boom, we see a top wick take out everybody that was caught up in his range, waiting for price to melt. So after we take out people that were selling at the top, I'm believing that it's gonna sell now. Now is the time to sell, right? And I already have it marked out. I'm gonna remove it and remark it to give you a realistic visual on what I would have done right here. I marked out a 5 minute fair value gap, and I was just waiting for the inverse of it. And yeah, I mean, what time? Let's see. 9:30. Boom. Exactly 9:30. At 9:30, I remember this day. It was a quick trading day. So at 9:30, I saw that it closed on a 5 minute chart. It closed below this fair value gap at 8:30. So obviously, one target would be here, the 8:30 candle, the news low. But I'm also seeing here at 5 a.m. we have a low that we need to go run past. So that what we will call is the London low. I'm pretty sure I targeted the London low, or at least I definitely made more. Yeah. The execution sold around here. So I made around 2.5 my initial investment. So Don't remember my stop loss, but I definitely put it above this fair value gap. It probably would have been like 15, 20 points. All right. Let's say it was like 17. Don't remember exactly what it was, but that what it's gonna be. So on a 1 minute chart, you can see how the price you can see how price moved. So boom, I entered on a 5 minute candle to close, bearish close. I think it would have been like summer. I entered summer right there. Yeah, stops above highs. The previous fair value gap that just got inversed, and then boom, took it. Right here was another entry if you missed it. Would have been a little risky though, real risky. But you could have did like a, not like a silver bullet, but like a retracement, a fair value gap retracement entry. Could have did something like that and been crazy, wrote it all the way down. I wasn't that crazy. Look right here, we have another entry. So when people tell me, how the hell you see a trade set up almost every day? It's as simple as this. You just wait for a re-entry. Somebody caught a trade in here. Somebody caught this trade before me. Look, boom. Before we liquidated them, made an inverse fair value gap. Boom, you want to enter right there. There's somebody that held these cells. So I'm looking at somebody wilder than me who entered before me. There's always a retrace. So this guy got it right. All right, this guy, whoever entered here at 9:30, boom, you a genius. Yeah, I entered a little later than him. And then somebody entered here. There's a lot of people that entered here. They saw Fair Valley Gap, boom, on a 1 minute. Boom, they gonna sell that bit. And then guess what? Another re-entry. Do you see a pattern of sellers? Boom, a lot of people won today. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, there's another opportunity to make money. You feel me? Look at that. Man, if I was a lunatic, I would have, man, this would have been a lunatic's dream. Look, even another entry here off this Fair Valley Gap. Like, it's as simple as that. You feel me? By the way, y'all, it's 5 a.m. I think it's 6 a.m. right now. Yeah, I woke up, couldn't go to sleep. I'm like, you know what? I lost my trades in my sleep. I was dreaming about trading, and I got happy. I saw volume in the markets. Boom, I entered the 2 lot. Boom, then I entered the 10 lot, 10 contracts. And I'm like, damn, I'm tripping. I lost the money I made initially, and I'm like, all right, yeah. I think my dreams God is trying to tell me, do not get happy over money. Like, don't let the money excite you. Just let it be. Don't over risk. Don't over trade. Take that one A plus setup, whether you make 200, 400, or no 100. Make sure you're satisfied. All right, because if you're not, you'll never be. I learned my lesson through my dream. Thank God for that. So I entered a setup here. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, your son is a millionaire. Like, your son is a millionaire in the making. I called her after I won my first trade. I'm like, listen, Mom, I'm really doing big things now. You feel me? Just made 350 in less than 10 minutes. That was a good. That was an amazing one of the best days I ever had in my life. I was at this resort complex apartment, rich people neighborhood stuff. They had a pool. Man, they had basketball courts. They had a boxing. They had a gym and they had a heavy bag. I was boxing in that. I ate my little. I brought like an egg. I brought 4 eggs in a container. I was eating my eggs while I was looking at the charts. Yeah, we got lows here. I saw this while I was tanning. Matter of fact, I was reading the Quran. Even though I'm a believer of Jesus Christ, I'm a Christian. I'm still looking for all sorts of truths. You feel me? All religions lead to a higher power, so I'm curious. I'm gonna dive into this religion and just understand from their perspective, keep an open mind. I do not worship Muhammad. Just to let y'all know now, I do worship only Jesus. But I was reading the Quran and then I stopped, right? Because it said in the Quran, it said Muhammad was a traitor. I'm like, wow, no way. I ChatGPT. Yeah, it verified that he was a trader, not a stock trader though, but same thing. You feel me? Regardless, that's not the point here. The point here is I took this trade setup, right? I told myself, man, I want to make more money today. So guess what? Waited for a perfect opportunity. This fair value got respected, but I was not crazy enough to take it from here. I didn't want to do that. Cause what if this got inversed? Then we would have flew all the way back up. So I'm not taking that chance, right? All these liquidity points, I'm not taking that chance. So what I did, I was patient, right? First of all, we got a fair value gap here. You could have entered right here. If you really wanted to make more money, you could have entered right here. By the way, just to let y'all know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, six whole different setups that you could have made money with today. Now, if you took this one, you would have lost a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. Boom, you would have got reversed. There's people that got mad here. A lot of people entered here and got mad. But listen, it wouldn't even have made sense, homie. How you going to right here, stop loss about a FEG, and then, you target on 1-on-1. Hell nah, you tripping. Alright, but back to the point. I took a trade right here after this inverse fair value gap. I'm shaking. I think I took it like on the retrace. I don't think I took it down here, but I took it on the retrace probably. And then boom, 20 point. I think I had it less because I was not willing to risk my money for. Or maybe I even had it right here. I don't remember, but yeah, I risked like 80. I think $80, and I made like 380. So I made. I think I risked like 90, something like that. But it was less than 100. And boom, targeted lows. I was nervous, dog. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna look at the charts right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up this Quran and try to keep reading. So I pick up the Quran, I keep reading. And I'm like, damn, I'm nervous. Cause like, what if I just blew all the money, all the profits I made? What if that $80, $90, I get mad and I revenge trade, right? Even though I trust myself and I'm disciplined, things happen when you're emotional, right? So I picked up the Quran, I started reading. The whole time I'm thinking, damn, bro, I want to pick up this phone right now. Mind you, I was trading on my phone. It's a small screen. All right, I didn't have a big screen, no computer, laptop, iPad. I had an iPad on me. I didn't use it. I just used my iPhone screen, right? So I'm over here nervous. I could barely read price action on a small screen like that, right? I'm only seeing this much information, this little information. I'm not seeing the whole picture like I am on the computer. But yeah, basically, I picked up the Quran, reading the pages as they go, and I'm nervous, right? And I'm like, all right, let me pick up my phone. Boom, I seen it melted. I'm like, all right, let me go break even. It melted right here. I remember. I'm gonna draw right here. When it hit that point, I'm like, all right, bet. And then when it hit this FVG and I saw inverse, I'm like, all right, even double. That's a double bet right there. Boom, even better. So then I started reading the Quran again, and I said, you know what? Allah Akbar, Inshallah, Marsalah, all that. And yeah, my trade won. Now I hope OBS captured all this. Alright, cool. Just making sure. Alright, let's take a trade right now. I'm playing, but yeah. Get rich or die trying, homie. Get rich or die trying. Hey man, y'all boys, that's pretty much all I do. I just click buttons at the right time. It's not gambling. As you can see, everybody that had eyes and a brain, they could tell that we were bullet. I'm in Paris. You feel me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different setups that you could have took. Probably 6 or 7. 6 or 7, whatever it may. There's a lot of opportunities. We only looking at a 5 and a 1 minute. But what about the people that be on the 2 minute, 3 minute, 30 second, 15, 5 second, 1 second ticks? Like, listen, this isn't a regular, ordinary day here. This is a Friday. You post a full port. This is where the lunatics thrive at. This is where you make back every single loss that you took the week. All right. Mind you, listen what happened here. Lost 700, got greedy. I was too caught up in the money. I'm like, damn, I'm such a good trader. I'm just gonna make a lot of money every day. Boom. Got humbled. I'm like, all right, bet. Boom. I'm not even gonna worry about that. Even though I was worried, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm not gonna stress it. Tomorrow I'm gonna take a trade, make it right back. Boom. Took a trade, made it right back. And then you feel me? I just see green, 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 green. Listen, man, if I didn't take these stupid, impulsive, and emotional decisions, I wouldn't have lost a band here. I wouldn't have lost 700 here. I don't care about a little 380. I could have been up 1.6 bands just in my pocket just for nothing. But listen, take it from me. Don't be emotional. Don't be impulsive. Don't trade Mondays. There's no need. You're not gonna make a band every Monday. You're probably gonna make even a little money or lose money. Don't trade Mondays. Wednesdays, do whatever you want. De-risk or just don't continuously chase money. Do not. All right. Y'all be safe. This is one account, but in less than 30 days, y'all gonna see I'm gonna have about two, three, four, probably five. And amen to everybody around the world. Inshallah to the people too of the Muslim community. And you feel me? Y'all be safe, man. This is my first trade recap. No cap.